Good morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. Cloudy Winnipeg. 14.1 Celsius. And the weatherman is predicting all day long 30% chance of rain. You know, in the hourly forecast, 30% right across the board. Okay, got the weather out of the way. Now, what I was thinking of mentioning yesterday and I forgot was that when I was cleaning these little parts up, you know, like after I got the tongues ground down and that all that fur and everything had to be scraped off, there was all these little tiny micro particles all over these pieces, and some of them were covered pretty good. It was almost like static electricity was clinging to it. You know, the plastic formed a charge and it attracted them, and I couldn't really blow them off. But I did blow them off. I used my airbrush here, and what I did was so that I didn't get any little particles down inside here, I taped the lid on because the lid has a tendency to want to fall off. And the airbrush makes a really good. I had another thing that went on the end of my hose. It was my air hose that I've got that comes up from the basement. It's similar to this, but it's I don't know where it is now. I had it hanging on a nail right there, but because I kept scratching my arm on the screw, I took those screws out because I was continually hurting myself. Almost all of these scars that you see are from that. I don't know why I didn't do it sooner. Anyway, bottom line is this worked really good for blowing off the little particles. Even the little minute ones that were sort of lodged in a little crevice, you know. I was surprised at how good it worked. Okay, enough about that. I thought that this morning I'd probably be starting the episode with all these parts in place, but my mojo just ran out yesterday and I didn't do it. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that now. I don't think I'll video doing it. We've already spent enough time with this. We'll look at the finished product and stuff and so on. And I'm noticing that my ship here is getting awful close to the other end there. I don't want to accidentally have a disaster here. Yeah. All right, what do we got to go here? Gotta be ready for you-know-who will probably be by. I hope it doesn't rain before she goes out because she's going to be coming in with wet little paws. Okay, so we got that ready. Oh, the bird feeder. I was noticing I got to go out and do the bird feeder. The one on the right side is completely gone. It went down fast because the last time I really looked at it, it had quite a bit in it. Well, mind you, the way time has been flying, it could have been days ago. But the one on the left looks like it's jammed. At least that's the way it looks from here. So we'll get ourselves out there and we'll fix that. And it's basically blackbirds and crows that are frequenting the bird feeder this summer. I'm not seeing the congregation of little sparrows and stuff like that like I did in previous years. And I haven't noticed anything coming and going in the birdhouse either, so I don't know. There must be something wrong with the way I made that birdhouse or the location or something that the birds just don't like it. You know, it's amazing. You wonder, how do they live year to year to year? You would think that here in Canada, where it gets so miserable cold in the wintertime, they would freeze to death and that would be the end of them. There'd be no birds to lay eggs in the spring, you know, to make more birds. You'd think that, but no, somehow they survive. Yeah, I can remember one time I was walking to work. This is back when I used to be able to walk. I was walking to work, and I used to enjoy that. I'd leave the house here a couple of hours early sometimes, and I'd walk all the way downtown when I was working at the bus depot downtown. And I did that hundreds and hundreds of times. And I remember one really, really cold day. I was walking. It wouldn't have been anyway. It doesn't matter. But I heard the birds in the bush. There was sort of a tree with a whole bunch of little bush, and what a racket of birds! You could hardly see them, just tiny little birds. And it was like -30, minus. It was incredibly cold. It made an impression on me, and I thought, how do they live? Like, how do they stay warm? But they do. And the ends of their little feet are out there. They don't have little mitts on. But somehow they do. Well, maybe their little claws do freeze, but it doesn't affect the further part up. Oh, come on, Ron. Let's talk about models here. Yeah, I think I'm just going to push stop here and try and get our parts down, and they should go on a lot easier now. And if they don't, I'll be very surprised and upset. It doesn't take much to upset me these days. Okay. Just let me reposition my chair here so I can drag this over the rest of the way. Okay, we got a bit of a problem here. And this is where the problem is. Well, actually, there's several little problems. You discover them after you try to get everything assembled here. Now this part here, there are no tongues on it. If you notice on the bottom, there's no tongues anywhere. Just this little thing here where my thumb is that I'm probably going to end up breaking off if I'm not careful. And this has to stand somehow in here. As near as I can tell, it goes right in here. Now it doesn't really want to stay there. I imagine that we're going to have to be, gluing it to different things. Like when this piece here is glued down, then we can probably glue it up like that. But it stays there now. I don't know if I want to trust it. And it doesn't seem to want to go. It's almost like it's a millimeter too long to go between this piece right here and this piece over here. Now there was another place where I saw there was a problem. Just let me put this down. And whoops, careful now. I'll back up over here because this is where the problem is. This part right here, there's actually a door on the other side there looking in, and you can't see. If I take this out very carefully here. Okay. Okay, now you can see there's a door there. But it's blocked off. And yet, if I cut the door out on this piece right here, it doesn't match up. These boxes actually come over where the door is. So I think that's probably a mistake on Trumpeter's part, because I've definitely got this in the right place, and I've definitely got this piece in the right place, and yet they don't line up. See that? So I don't know. Maybe that one we'll just have that door open up onto a blank wall or something. I don't know what I could put in there to make it look good, because we are going to be viewing the boat from this side. Okay, and there was another little problem. I can't remember what it was now. Anyway, at least now I should be able to put little. We should be able to tell. Well, we pretty much already knew. Oh, there was a piece that this piece here. It was M something. It it was still on the sprue. I hadn't cut it off. And I want to be careful because some of these pieces are relying on other pieces. But this one here was not painted on either side. But it looks like it doesn't get paint. It's not going to be seen anyway because this piece here is going to be over top of it here, covering it up. So it doesn't really matter. The main thing is that we do paint it white on the inside where I'm touching right now. Okay. Yeah, it's basically done here. Yeah, I've been working on it here for about, what, 2 hours? Missy the dog should be by any time. Okay, that'll help to keep this piece from falling out. And on this side here, I've got the same sort of problem. There's just one tongue on this piece right here. Oh, gee. I gotta go down in there. Okay, I'd like to place the flight deck on the top now and just see how it's gonna go. I might be a little bit premature for that. Oh, Missy the dog is going out. So that means she's going to be by here in about 10 minutes. Well, there's a tremendous amount of tweaking that has to be done before we will be gluing the flight deck in place. There's also a lot of parts that have to go on or have to be made yet. But the major superstructure is made. Okay, just I'm going to push stop here and go get my flight deck. Good morning.
Oh, I gotta eat more. I'm losing weight.
Well, I wish I could say that.
Oh,
I gotta eat less so I can lose weight. Okay, hang on here, Missy.
so I bought the $200 cat bear cage to keep the kitten in the playroom. We were so proud of it. Kitten is 3 months old, weighs 3 pounds. She climbed right over it yesterday. So she's going to be in the big cat carrying case at night. We'll get Amazon to bring us a kennel for her where she'll sleep. 42 inches by 28 by 26, 2 doors. So she can have her box and food and water in there at night. But she has a claw fascination with the eyes.
Oh yeah.
And there's no way I'm going to be sleeping with that wandering around the house.
No. You'd be sleeping and the next thing you know the cat's trying to lift your eyelids.
I'm hungry. I think I might go to Timmy's for pizza.
Timmy's for pizza?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know they sold pizza.
Yep.
So Missy, you gonna come say goodbye?
They're a flat square pizza. I get the one with everything on it. It's meat and more meat.
Sounds
Thank
good.
you for your kindness.
All right, well, we'll see you later.
It's blasphemous eating, pizza on a Saturday and not a Sunday, but I'm feeling wild. Yeah, what?
Looks pretty cloudy out there. Okay, Missy the dog. Missy the dog. Now, careful. We were going to try this deck. I don't really know if there's much use. Not a whole lot I can do here. There's got to be some locking features here somehow. I can imagine that all of this kind of stuff has to fit in. Yeah, you can see right here where this is supposed to match up with this. Okay. Oh my goodness, this is almost I either need arms like an octopus or lots of help to put this on here. Okay, let's try and line these up here. Well, it's going to look something like this. I want to be careful I'm not breaking anything off. I better not be messing around here. Yeah, I better not be doing a lot of messing around here needlessly, because you know, it'd be a shame if I broke off a piece of railing just when I didn't need to. Maybe I'll take and dust this off. Yeah, it's in pretty bad shape. I did dust the rest of everything off, but okay. Enough thinking out loud here. You know what? I think I better go do some editing. But we'll do our editing after we dust this off. Okay. 5 minutes after 3 already. Probably around noon, maybe, I think around, anyway, it doesn't matter. Just after noon, I went out for a quick scoot. It was very cloudy, and I was kind of concerned that I might get wet, but I didn't. And about an hour later, after I get back, Lorraine is taking Missy out for her afternoon walk, and she says, I almost need my sun hat. And I was noticing we're having more sun right now than we are rain or cloud. So maybe I'm going to try and get out for another ride. Because the first ride wasn't very long. I just basically went around the block, sort of. Anyway, enough about the bike. What am I going to do here? I think a lot of my problem is I'm undecided. Do I turn the page here? We're in step 21. We've pretty much done everything we can do in 21. Do we go on and start seeing what we can do on 22 here? After all, the manual does not call for us to be putting these pieces down for quite a while yet. There is a lot of little pieces that we have to do, a lot of mini modules, you know, really small stuff that has to be made and put together. Like in step 22, I'm looking at it now, there's some complicated photo etch involved. We gotta make covers to go over the top of the smokestacks for the funnel. There's 3 of them. You know, we did those before. You know, we're sure we can do it again. I got a feeling step 22 is going to keep us busy for quite a while. It deals with a lot of stuff on the island. I'm going to call her quits here though for this afternoon. I got to do the final edit. Got the bird feeder filled, as you saw. Yeah. Okay. Thanks for watching, everybody. All being well, we'll see you tomorrow.